Hey everybody, it is I, Uncle Greg, aka the Free American Spirit, and yeah, I'm sporting my summer dew. How do you like it? Hey man, we're going to talk about this Anenji 12,000 watt inverter. This is probably one of the lowest cost inverters on Amazon right now. And in the links in my description, you'll see an affiliate link, which I make no money on. It's just to get you to the right one, the main distributor in Hong Kong. And it also has a discount code. So if you like this video, this is part one. We're just going to get into the open box and this, and some of the features. And then in video two, we'll get into all the wiring and what it can do. Anyways, so it's shipped in this nice box. It's pretty heavy. It's really packed nice. This is kind of the same box that the SunPower Gold was shipped in. If you look in here, it has a checkoff list. For quality inspection. It's both in English and in Chinese. There's that bag right there. It has lug nuts and nuts. The only thing I used out of it was the nuts to put the battery cable connections on. It has a parallel cable, which is awesome because you can put 6 of these together. Think about that. 6 12,000 watt units strung in parallel. It's got these CT, current transformers, split blocks in them. I'm not using the AC in, but you would use these if you have the AC in because it's going to measure the current going to and fro the AC in and the charging the batteries, and that'll determine the software inside of how it's charging the battery and how many amps and how many currents and all that good stuff accurately. It did not come with this CAN bus cable. I already had one, so maybe that was an oversight of mine, and maybe yours will have it, but I can't guarantee that. At the time of this writing, these go for $10,099, but I have an affiliate link. I don't make any money on the affiliate link, but it'll take you directly to the main supplier. They're out of Hong Kong. It only took like a week to get here, very quick shipping. I had some questions about the manual that came in. Overall, this is a really good manual. I'm pretty happy with it. Lots of photos, good explanations, but I was kind of a little concerned on the CTs when I was asking about those. It only has one little blurb in here, so I got on Amazon and asked them, hey, what's the deal? And they answered really quickly. The other thing is here, when you're looking at this AC output wiring, I asked them, hey, am I supposed to use this 60 amp breaker or a 63 amp breaker or, for my critical load center over there? I said, because the panel, if you look on this panel, which I'll tell you more about in the next video, it says 50 amps. They got right back to me the next day and said, hey, here's how you use the CTs. And then, hey, use the 50 amp breaker with 6 gauge wire going to your critical load. I said, okie dokie. Now, if you're using the AC in, it has a breaker built in, and it's 63 amps for your power coming in. As you can see, it's telling me it's putting AC out because I've got the trailer running, I've got the air conditioner on, I've got a bunch of other stuff. There's probably about 26 amps going out right now, give or take. It fluctuates when the compressor comes on and the hot water heater. But anyways, so I'm pulling 3,960 watts. 1,800 of it's going to my batteries, which are almost charged. 1,865 at this moment is going to the trailer, and so it's charging the batteries and AC, and my panels are covering it. I am not hooked up to the grid. This is an off-grid inverter, so when you hook up to the grid, you will not be sending electric back to the power supply. Okay, it's only used to charge your batteries, and as a throughput, if something happened to your panels and your batteries are dead, it would just put the 50 amps coming into it, or 60 amps or whatever you got coming to it. Real nice touch screen display. Like I said, the book is pretty easy to follow, lots of photos, but if you touch the panels here, it tells you all kinds of stuff about the panels. If you go back here to the battery, it tells you they're LFP16s. Now, that's a LiFePO4 battery. Most are either 15s or 16s. It does have different settings, but I will tell you, this thing came up and it automatically, I mean, it was set up for 240 volt, you know, two 120 legs, 180 degree opposing at 60 hertz, just the way it's supposed to be. So I didn't have to do nothing. Basically, I bolted this to the wall, putting it up. I think this thing weighs 40 something pounds. I just put this 1x2 up here. I screwed it on and leveled it. Then I set that up on the wall and I just held it in place. I put a couple screws in up there and then two in there, which I'll show you later. So it's real simple. Love the touch screen. Way easier to use because it's broken up than the other inverters I've had. Really like the menu system. It does come with an app. It came with a Wi-Fi. You know, I'll explain how I hooked that up later when I open it up in the second video and go through the wiring and stuff and all the other stuff it has. But basic app that comes up. You get it off of Google Play or Apple ISO, whatever it's called. I have Google. Anyways, you know, it's not the greatest app in the world, but it was something my GrowWatt didn't have unless you bought all extra. So pound for pound, you know, I think this is going for $10.99 minus the discount code in my video. You know, so if you use the link, you'll go to Amazon to the correct place and then use the code at the end and you'll get a discount. I don't get anything. You know, they're just doing this because I'm doing videos for them, for you. So I thought that was pretty cool of them. I did pay full price for this. So when I do my next video, everything I'm telling you is unbiased. So far, you know, I really like this. It's been working about a week. I made a couple little tweaks, but nothing major. I haven't put it under massive load yet, but I'm letting it go. It has not shut down. It has not had any problems. It's gone through the night. You know, it's just so far a good inverter. Let's see what else. Oh, these little screens right here. These are magnetic screens, and they just go over these inlets. And a little difference is the air comes in the top and goes out the bottom. I haven't had any heating problems or whatever. I am in a shed, but I know that when I looked at the specs, I don't remember exactly what they were, but the operating temperature, you know, it'll operate in a little cooler weather and it'll also operate in a little hotter weather than my old GoPro did. And my GoPro was in here like running at max, you know, all the time, you know, in extreme heat and cold, because this winter we got some freezes in Florida and it lasted almost 4.5 years. I was very impressed. This one can handle better temperatures. I won't be putting as much load on it because it's a 12,000 watt, you know, 12,000 out at 50 amps, where my other one was like 6,000 out at the most at 30 amps. So this is not going to be under the intense, you know, load, like to maximum of the capability of the machine like the other one is. So my initial, you know, I'm going to put a review up here on Amazon. It's going to be 5 stars because out of the box, as far as setting it up, ease of the manual, all the different things it has, you know, $1 per watt. I mean, it's just, my initial response is 5 stars, you know, and in a couple weeks I'll put up that second one after I run some different loads and tests on it. So let me know what you think, man. Give a thumbs up and a like. You know, YouTube don't pay me for these things, so a couple thumbs up and likes so I can get monetized would be nice. I used to be monetized. I only made about $14 a month. So come on, kids, buy me a coffee or do something. Thumbs up and all that good stuff. And go grab your discount, okay? Because we love you. Bye.